Welcome, Rajvin. Please start.
Good evening, everyone. So, thank you for the viewers from who are watching today. Before we start, um, now time management. I would like to start with a quote first. Time management and bringing out the best version of self bringing out the best version of self can only be possible uh, with laughter and smiles. And in this day and era, time management is many people do not keep up with the time management in fast-paced world. Time management uh, is something that it's totally ignored. This is what we are going to cover today, and we are going to cover like time management and how to bring out the best version of yourself. Like I said just now, as Miss Beautiful Smile and a certified laughter yoga teacher, um, time management can only be possible. Time Time management and bringing out the best version of self can only be possible with uh, laughter and smiles. So um, special thanks to Shabana and the whole Mavin team for inviting me and Mr. Nahan to speak on this platform every once in 2 weeks. Today, on a Thursday, today's topic is about um, today's topic is about today's topic is about time management and bringing the best version of self. So you might ask yourself, what is time management? Okay, uh, time management is something time management is something that you cannot you can time management is something time management is something where time management is a system where you create a routine for yourself or others so that in order to live a balanced life. Okay, why do we need time management? Time management is needed to prioritize our goals. It is to be the best version of ourselves, and to to develop a work life balance, proper system of life, proper system of proper system of doing things in a timely manner. Why time management is important? To develop self confidence, to develop balanced life, and to develop a routine. How do uh, how do you manage your time? How do you manage your time in a proper proper way? Firstly, is by uh, managing yourself through gratitude. Gratitude brings out the best version of yourself. And gratitude allows you to say that time and tide waits for no man. So gratitude, uh, what if tomorrow was your last moment? So what would you do now to make the best out of your life? What if you have 24 hours in your life? So for me, I would make the best version by gratitude, by doing by laughter and smiles, and to create everlasting legacy by creating memories with family and friends. So um, the next thing is prioritizing what is important and what is not important. That means goal setting, the smart your make sure your goals must be smart, specific, measurable, attainable, um, rare, um, realistic, and tangible. And make sure when you want to manage your time well, you have to look good in front of the camera when you are presenting yourself with or without. And make sure that you have um, a proper well uh, proper self-care is important to manage your time. When I say self-care, means self-care for time management means laughter and smiles and being happy with what you have. So now I would like to um, um, before I present laughter, I would like to do a short meditation on time management and being the best version of self. Everyone, close your eyes. This is a time management and best version of self meditation, which I just created. So close your eyes. What if what if is the last moment in your life? What if you had 24 hours in your life? What would you do? What would you do on a daily basis to help yourself, to help yourself to to really achieve what you want? The question is, the time to be happy is now, the place to be happy is here, and the moment to be happy is in this present moment with us. So let this relaxation flow down to your hand, your legs, to your eyes, and every single cell of the body is happy, timely, and you say to yourself, you are going to manage your time very well and very peaceful and bringing out the best version of yourself. Whenever you're ready, open your eyes and smile. So I hope you enjoyed today's meditation. We hope that before I pass the floor to Nahan, I would like to do one laughter exercise for time management and being the best version of self. So today's laughter exercise is called the appreciation laughter. Put your thumbs up and say, ha 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 ha. I appreciate my time on this earth, and I appreciate my time on this earth and making the best out of it. Ha 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 ha. Yay! Very good, very good. Yay. In conclusion, uh, time management and time management and showing up well is the key to the better time management and being the best version of self. Thank you very much. Nahan, I pass the floor to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Rajvin. Thank you for the kickoff. I think you have linked the time management with laughter yoga very well. Thanks once again. Yeah. Okay. By the way, my name is Nahan. Yeah, I'm an ebook writer and also train people to teach ebook in 24 hours. I am also a motivational speaker, having conducted many programs. I would like to thank Mavin for inviting me and Rajvin for today's talk show. Today's topic I'm going to share. It is not like a training, but just like a sharing. I don't have any written documents to share. I'm just going to voice out my knowledge on time management. Yeah. So when you say time management, what do you mean by time? When I ask you what is time, can anybody respond? What is the definition of time? It's a very simple word, very common word. Every one of us use the word time. But when I ask you seriously, what is time? I think no one can answer that question. that is the that is ridiculous part. Huh? We talk about time, we mention about time, but when we ask what is time, we start to blink. What is time? Time is time. It's 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. That is time. So what? Yeah. So my response would that be so what? Right? So to me, when I say time management, we cannot manage time because we all have only 24 hours. Whether you are in the what you call northern hemisphere or southern hemisphere or whichever part, time is limited 24 hours. I cannot manage that 24 hours. That the arrangement of the time I cannot manage. What we can manage is the task that we are going to do. Yeah. So time is only relevant when there is a purpose, when there is an event. For example, when supposing I just come and say, or my son come and tell me, it's already 6 o'clock. So what? 6 o'clock doesn't mean anything to me. Unless he says, Dad, 6 o'clock you got a meeting. You see, he's linking the time with an event. That is where time comes in. Okay. So rightfully, we should be managing our activities, not the time. Time is already fixed, 24 hours. There's no such thing. And Nahan got 24 hours, Rajvin got 28 hours, and Dr. Shabana got 36 hours. No such thing. We all have 24 hours. Okay. What is important, what we are going to talk today is how are we going to manage our activity. It's so common. We are so used to talking about time management. So when we say time management, it is actually managing the activities. Yeah, that we should be very clear. So what are the benefits if we have a good time management? Okay, if we are able to prioritize our activities, schedule our activities. Yeah, what are the benefits? First and foremost, it will it will increase or it will give a greater productivity and efficiency if you are able to manage your activity. Secondly, there are many more opportunities for you to achieve goals. Okay. And when you start feeling, when you start feeling more in control with the confidence to choose how best you can use your time. Okay. If you are able to you have the confidence to manage or choose what activities to be done, then there's a benefit. Okay. Lastly, is if you have a good time management, you will feel happier. You will feel less relaxed. You will have less stress because you are prioritizing your schedule, your activities, so that the important activities are done first. Okay. What is not important can be done after we have completed our priorities. If we are able to do this at the end of the day, we will have a balanced life, our work life, our personal life. yeah, we can have an optimum output, greater productivity. We will have less stress, we'll be more peaceful. Imagine if you are unable to manage your time well, what is going to happen? You will get stress, you will get burnout. Okay? And the minute you get stress, what will happen? The consequence is you will get the three S. You know what are the three S? Stress, strike, stroke. Yeah? Then you'll be flat on bed. So it is very, very important for us to manage our time management. Right.
Uh, Nahan, can you repeat the three S again?
Okay. The three S is the first, you see, once you get your stress, yeah, once you're
That's
overworked,
right.
you get burnout, you get stress. If you get stress, the longer you get experience the stress, it will give you it. It will strike. Stress, strike, and stroke. Eventually you'll have a heart attack. So the three S is the result of stress as being the main culprit. So for you to avoid the stress, you must be able to have a efficient time management. The time management tool is very important for every one of us. But in reality, many of us, even working group or the family or anyone for that matter, we often take it for granted. That is the enemy number one, taking things for granted. Okay? We tend to procrastinate. Everything we procrastinate because something else is more urgent that stops us from doing our routine. Okay? Reason is because we are not able to balance our work-life balance. So in order to achieve all this, time management is very important. I wouldn't say that is the only tool, but it is one of the main tool that we should consciously work on it. How are we going to plan our time management? Okay. So having said this, okay, for us to have efficient time management, there are three approaches. The first one is awareness. You must have the awareness on why you should have a time management. That's the first stage. If you do not have the awareness, it's impossible to go to the next level. Anything for that matter, when you want to attend any training or you want to learn anything, the awareness must be there. Okay? Even when you talk about your task, the awareness must be there. If you do your task properly, what is the consequence? If you do not perform your task, what is the consequences? These are the awareness. You must know. If you do not pass this, it's impossible for you to follow the next steps. Yeah. So it's very, very important for us to have the awareness of time management. The second one is I'll be talking about is the, the preparation. Once you are aware of the time management, okay, on the pros and cons, next you go into the preparation. Okay, now I already got the awareness. This is what's going to happen. If I do it well, this is what will happen. If I do not do this, this will be the consequences. Having had that awareness, I must prepare myself. Okay. And the third one finally is a proper time management tool that will help you to follow through, to have a very peaceful life, smooth life, a happy family, a healthy working environment. Everything will fall in place. Having said this, what I say is very easy, but whatever is easy, initially it will be very, very tough. But if we do it every day, consciously, okay, the key is consciously, you must work on it. And every day you work. At the end of the day, finally, it will go into your subconscious mind. That is when you will feel the result of what you have done, your management of time flow. You will see the result. Okay, you will lead a very peaceful, healthy, and smooth life, both at workplace and also at your family life. Okay, so these are the three steps here: awareness, preparation, and react on it. Okay, and action. Okay, why is it? Now I would like to ask you a question. Yeah, why is it? Okay, we often find it that I mean, why is it we often find the first things first as unimportant? Meaning, why is that so? Often our first priorities will not be our first priorities at the end of the day. It's because there are so many challenges, there are so many hindrances, okay, that blocks us from working on it. Okay, that's the reason. Yeah. Next is very often we hear people comment or give complaints. We always hear from people. Yeah, I wish I have enough time. Okay, I need more time. Okay, some would say I'm always in a crisis mode. I have so much to do. Everything is crisis, crisis, crisis. So much so I cannot do my priorities. Okay. Some would say time is so limited and I have so much to do. You know? So at the end of the day, I cannot manage it because time is limited. We also have say we also listen or hear people say, I really do not have a work-life balance. These are the common concerns which people often raise. Okay. I wouldn't say they're wrong. It is because of what they have been doing all this while that puts them into all this situation. Yeah. So we must have this. Yeah. We are still at the awareness part. Yeah. We are still at the awareness part. This is all the awareness. Okay. So what causes time management less effective? What causes time management less effective? This is also an awareness part which we must understand. Yeah. Before we go forward. The reason One of the reason is because we spend too much time on trivial things. Okay, we spend too much time on the trivial things that we forget the important things. We all have a lot of trivial things, and we are so used to do it as a routine that blocks us to make our time management less effective. Okay, sometimes sometimes my work never get finished. By the time I finish my work, another important things comes. So I have to stop this work and do the other work. So my first job is already hanging. I do the second job. While I'm doing the second job, another important things comes. Suddenly the boss says, Mahan, I want this report by tomorrow. Okay, boss. I just put a stop to my work and continue my boss's request. One of the reason why time management is less effective. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Third one is there's no self-discipline. Okay. When there is no self-discipline, you will not be able to manage your time. Okay. And sometimes we are so naive. We like to be Mr. Nice Guy. Whatever people are, we say, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. Boss asks something, yes, sir. Friend asks, yes, yes, brother, I will do it for you. So we are pleasing them at our discomfort, okay, as our inefficiency. Okay. Sometimes we also like to get involved in too many things. We are not focusing on one. You know, we got a bag full of issues to be settled for tomorrow. You got too many things. Time management does not mean you have to do a lot of things. Do the right thing at the right time. That is time management. Yeah. So because of all this, it causes our time management to be less effective. Okay. Okay. Next is we often say, okay, we are often caught by urgent matters. Okay. Every one of us have got urgent things to be done. But the issue here is we are too much occupied solving the urgent matters that the important tasks become victims. The next one which I can think of is sometimes we do not like to delegate because we do not have trust in other people. In the workplace, okay, at the workplace, at the workplace, okay, if you are the boss, sometimes or if you are the team leader, we do not trust team members. So I rather do it because if I ask my staff to do it, he will mess it up. I might as well do everything. So I take the whole burden. I take the whole responsibilities, which is not good, which is not the right way to do if you want to manage your time. Okay. Lastly, what I can think of is in a working environment, why people are not efficient in the time management is because they lack staff, understaffed. Okay. The company's activities are so is getting bigger and bigger, much more load comes in, but the workforce is still the same. We must understand as an individual, we all have got our highest productivity. We cannot go beyond that. We can only work up to a certain level. If you work more than that, it will affect your health. As I said, at the end of the day, you will be a victim of the three S's. S. Okay? So these are the reasons why time management is less effective. Okay. Okay. Next. Next, what I'm going to talk is what is stopping you. Okay. What is stopping you from managing your time? Apart from what I've said, okay, our attitude also plays a part. Our behavior also plays a part. Okay. Our old habits, our old habits pulls us from changing our habits to a new norm of work life. For example, before COVID, we spent a lot of time at the workplace, or shorter time in the family. When COVID came, things changed. Everybody were working from home. So we have become so comfortable working from home. Now, after the COVID, many companies, they are calling back the staff to go back to work and work as normal hours. But because we are so used to the old habits where we work from home, now my boss want me to come to the office, I give excuses. I give excuses and I'm not happy. Okay, so there's no work-life balance. Okay? So at the end of the day, when you look at all these things, time management is a key to harmonize a stabilized work-life balance. Okay, you only time management can harmonize your working life and your family life. No other tools that can really make it happen. Okay. So that is the first part of awareness. Now I've talked roughly, I'll speak or share roughly on the preparation. What should we do? What is the preparation? First and foremost, okay, we must have a vision, even at our personal level or at the organizational level, there must always be a vision. And this vision and mission must be shared among the employees. The employees must understand and believe the existence of this vision. Okay. Very often we see vision statement be pinned on the wall. But if you ask the staff, they will never remember. Because why? That vision is not theirs. That's a boss's vision. So why I care? No? So this paradigm must change. People must be able to understand the vision. Even at a family level, I must understand, I must know what is my vision. What is my what is my mission? So having understood the mission, then I also need to know the mission. What is the mission in order to achieve the vision? This is all the preparation, yeah. Then after that, the procedures. So we got the vision, we got the mission, we got the objectives, we got the uh, what you call uh, the procedures, and finally is the activities. So it flows in a process. That is why every organization has got this vision, mission, objectives, procedures, then the action plan. Okay, the action plan, that is where the tool comes in. Okay. Next is you need to begin with the end in mind because you got what is our end in mind? Our end in mind is the vision. Whatever task you do, you must have an end in mind. Why is it I'm doing this job? What is so important that I have to do this job? Why my boss asked me to do this job? You must know why. If you do, what will happen? If you do not know, if you do not do, what will happen? So you should know the end result. If you do and if you don't. Yeah. So you must have an end in mind. Second is do not take too many things at one time because we got our maximum output. I cannot work more than that. So at any one point of time, do not take too many workload. That will kill you. Even if the bosses, a good leader would understand she should not overexert the employees. Okay. That is where nowadays things, those days, no. Whatever the boss says, we have to do. Nowadays, you see a lot of changes happening in the world, okay, in every organizations that many companies are now aligned to taking care of the employees' needs. Yeah. So, as I say, we should not take in too many workload. Okay. Then complete one job first before you jump to the next job. Don't accumulate. Remember earlier I said I'm doing task A, then halfway I remember I had to do another thing. I stop this, I go to the next job. Then my boss say he wants this, I stop this and go to the next. Literally, at the end of the day, this will demoralize us. It will not allow us to give optimum output. Okay. Okay. Now that is the preparation part. Now we go into the activity or the action plan. The action plan. This is where time management comes in. Time management, there are three generations here. The first generation is the one, remember last time, those days we used to have what they call the stick on, the yellow stick on papers, we stick on the wall, you write important notes and stick, write important notes and you stick to the wall. Next day you come, some of the notes are missing. Disadvantage is sometimes we tend to forget because the the stick on notes are missing, you know. The second generation is a calendar. Okay, is a calendar. Not those days we not those days. A few years back also we calendars are very important. Then they have the big, the big calendar, one sheet, 1 month, one sheet put on the table. So you write, okay, you write on that. These are the important days I need to remember. The second generation of time management. The third generation is planner. We call it planner. Planner means sorry, the earlier one I say the calendar, right? It's either the calendar or diary. Diaries you use to record past activities. For example, at the end of today, I write what happened today. It's already past. That is diary. But moving forward, the third generation is planners or organizers. These are not meant to record earlier happenings. These are meant to take down notes on what is to be done. Okay, things to do list where we plan every week and we follow that. Okay, Monday I need to do this. Next Tuesday I need to do this. These are planning. That is why we call planner. Of course, these days we don't use the physical planner. Everything is in your handphone, digitalized. Yeah. So there's only difference between the physical planner and a digital planner. Yeah, but it's still a planner. Okay. Next, having said that, yeah, okay. Okay. What are the advantages and disadvantages of these three? First generation, as I said, the stick on papers easily get lost. Okay, it's difficult to look where is the where's the sticker. Okay, the second generation, we only record the past. The disadvantage, you are not able to manage the future. You're only recording the past. And of course, the third generation, the planner, this actually complies with the compass and clock. That is why you look in the modern time management, there is always a clock and a compass. Even if you look at the time management from Dr. Stephen Covey's books by Roger Merrill, okay, written by Roger Merrill and Rebecca on time management, you will see the logo of the watch, the clock, and the compass. What is the clock? What does the compass represent? It shows you the direction, right? Normally we use compass to show the direction, right? So the definition or the reason why the compass is there is to remind you of the direction. The direction is our vision. It always points north, right? So uh, a proper time uh, time management will always reflect to the direction, will direct to the mission. Whatever activities you do must be linked to the mission. That is why the compass is there to remind you. And what does the clock represent? The clock represent your activities according to the time. Okay, so you see, but if there's no activity, the clock has no meaning. Okay, it's always activities. So that is why the modern time management, wherever you see uh, many time management program, they have the symbol of the clock and the symbol of the compass. Okay, okay. Now talking about the time management, we have to prioritize what are important things. Okay, the important things are you must link all your activities to your vision. Whatever activities that you do, that at the end of the day, you are able to achieve your vision, those should be your priorities, your big rocks. Okay, that is very important in time management. Okay, so you must link to the vision or the compass and the activities and the time. Okay, so that should be your a true time management. It must focus on this, your vision and the time. Okay. Okay. Now let's look at the tool. Yeah. When you talk about time management, when you talk about managing your time, as I said, we focus most of our time with addressing urgent things. We are so occupied in our urgent things that we forget or we tend to take it for granted and then we overlook the important things. In life, there are four quadrants. Okay, in life, there are four quadrants. The first quadrant is important and urgent. It's very important, it's very urgent. I have to do it now. If I do not do it now, I'm dead. For example, paying of bills, utility bills. Very often we keep it to the last day. When it comes to the last day, it's very important, it's very urgent. If I do not pay the bill today, tomorrow my utility will be disconnected. So you have to do it. You like it or not, you have to do it. So you're in a crisis mode. Okay, this could be avoided if we go into the second quadrant, which I'll talk later. The first quadrant is important, urgent. I have to do it now. There are many things. For example, when the phone rings, it's very important. It's very urgent. I need to reply now. I run to the phone. I pick up. Hello. Sorry, wrong number. You see, before answering the call, you are in quadrant number one. Urgent, important. I have to, but only after attending, it is not important, not urgent. But when it rings, you don't know. You think it is quadrant one. Okay. So uh, it's like actually firefighting. Quadrant number one is firefighting. I have to do it now. There's a fire. I have to call the fire brigade to come and put out the fire. You know. So quadrant number one are people who are like in a firefighting state. Okay, everything they have to do it. This is where stress comes in. Okay. The third one, important but not urgent. Okay. It's important but not urgent. Things like I am doing things just to satisfy my friend. Okay. For me, it is urgent, but it's not important because I have to please my friend. I just say yes. So at the end of the day, I become like a doormat. People use me for their own benefit. So people who are in quadrant three are those people who are the yes men. The yes men, everything they say yes, just to please others. They don't mind stopping their work. They want to help other people. Yeah, help the friends, help bosses. They help everybody. At the end of the day, they are in trouble. This is quadrant number three. When you talk about quadrant number four, not important, not urgent. It is a time waster. It is a time waster. Watching TV on a Sunday morning, 8 o'clock until midnight. Excessive. Reading newspapers from the first word of the first page until the last word of the last page. Of course, reading newspapers are good, but you are reading things which are not necessary. You are spending too much time, you know, unnecessary reading, unnecessary watching TV, unnecessary gossiping, okay, unnecessary doing things which are not important. So quadrant four, you can always say no. There is no quadrant four. I don't want to get involved into doing this kind of unwanted things. Okay. So quadrant one is crisis. Quadrant three is you are a yes man. Quadrant four, you are a time waster. Would you want to fall in these three? You can avoid all these three, but you must focus on quadrant number two. That's why time management focuses on quadrant number two, which is important but not urgent. Okay? Important but not urgent. It's very important. For example, what? Planning. If you plan, things that you plan, what do you plan? You plan activities that are important. It won't be urgent at that time. When you plan, it is not urgent. Okay? Because as I said earlier, you're planning for the future. You're taking your planner, you're writing down next Monday what I'm doing, Tuesdays what I'm doing. Those are planning. So those are not urgent things. Those are important things. What else can be in quadrant two? Preparations. Okay. preparations is quarter number two. So what else? What else are quarter number two? There are many, many things you can always think. Okay. You can always think, for example, preparation, prevention, planning, and relationship. See, building relationship is quarter number two. It's not urgent, right? But it's important for you to build relationship. It's important for you to work as a team to get to know your people, understand your people, have a good relationship. So this will give you less stress. You can get a lot of things done. These things are planning. So if you focus a lot of your time in quarter number two, at the end of the day, you will be reducing your quarter number one. You cannot totally eradicate quarter number one. You cannot, but you can reduce. You can only reduce your crisis activities by focusing on quarter number two, which is planning, okay, building relationship. These are all part and parcel of time management. So your time management is basically quarter number two. If you follow all these steps, reduce quarter number one, reduce quarter number three, avoid quarter number four, then you will be focusing more on quarter number two. Thereby, you will be the result will be you will have lesser time for crisis. Okay, so this is a tool actually. If you really work on it, sorry, okay, if you consciously work on it, if you work on it for 30 days non-stop, it will become part of you. But whatever you learn, I mean, today's session is not a learning session, it is a sharing, but I'm sure you would have gotten some inputs, yeah, some inputs. How can you manage your time effectively for you to be a whole person, to be a true person, whereby you will be leading a happy life, okay, in your workplace, a peaceful life in your workplace and family, and you can harmonize your work-life balance. Okay, so that is a key. Sorry, that is a message that I want to share with you. See, the time is short actually, otherwise I can talk a whole day also. Okay, I hope whatever I shared would would have given you some ideas how you can manage your time effectively. So if there are any questions, you can always get in touch with us, or you can get in touch with Dr. Shabana. She will be able to assist you. Yeah. So I hope I've shared with you some information that might be helpful in your daily life in order to have a peaceful life with less stress, avoiding the three S. Yeah, don't forget, yeah. The
Yeah.
three S is the culprit. Okay. Okay, with that, thank you very much. Okay, Dr.
Okay. Yeah. Now I have a question. What do you
Yeah,
do if you have a conflict in, the task? So it may be quarter one task with quarter four task.
yeah.
How do you manage that?
Uh, can you please repeat that? Just now I was coughing, so I couldn't hear.
Sorry.
Okay,
So how do you manage if you have conflict, like you have a work priority, but at the same time
okay,
you also
okay.
manage it
When you talk about
something? Yeah.
conflicts are basically I would not say it is a matter of time management. Conflicts are basically due to communication, relationship. Okay, if you have a good relationship with your team.
No, no, no. What I'm asking, for example, you are doing some certain urgent task and something
Okay,
else comes
okay,
up. And it is a task which is not related to your urgent task, but
yes,
suddenly you get engaged with that. And can
okay.
it
This is where we need to have a principle centered life. We need to be principally centered. That means when I do things, I got my principles. I would not want to bend to satisfy anybody. I'm doing my work because it is my principle and I'm going to follow. I will never give up. I'm not sitting on a fence. I got my own principles. So when there is a conflict, and if I am a principle centered person, the decision has to be mine. At the end of the day, whatever consequences, I must be able to accept it. I cannot point finger.
Yeah.
For example, I'm doing a work, right? Then my boss come and tell me, okay, Nahan, I want you to do this.
Mm.
You must do it. There's a conflict, right?
Yeah.
Of my basic, of my normal work and what my boss asked me to do. This
Yeah.
is where the discipline comes in. If you have got a proper time management, and if you are a trustworthy person, if the boss understands you, tell your boss, show to him your planner. Boss, I got these duties, this task in hand.
Mm.
Now you're asking me to do this. Which of these tasks you want me to stop? I'll do yours. So at the end of the day, if anything goes wrong, are you responsible? No, right? Because the boss asked you to stop, not to do that. So the onus and the responsibility of the consequence is not you, it's the boss.
Mm.
But if we do not have a time management, if we do not have a planner, and you are not a trustworthy person, the
Mm.
boss doesn't trust you. Obviously, you cannot resolve. You
Yeah.
cannot resolve. Yeah. So relationship, trustworthiness, and a person of integrity.
Mm.
With this, you can help to reduce your conflict. I wouldn't say avoid.
Mm.
You can reduce your conflict. In life, we all have got conflicts. No
Yeah.
one, no one is above that. But how are we going to manage and reduce it?
Yes.
Okay, I hope I've answered you, doctor.
Yes. Yes. Definitely.
Okay,
Like,
okay,
yeah. And like, I don't have a boss, but even like, sometimes when you're managing too many things, then things keep
yes,
coming on and you try it,
yeah. It's not only boss, no,
sometimes you
even
get,
to your
yeah,
colleagues,
sometimes you
even
get
your family
derailed.
members.
Yeah.
Family members also the
Yeah.
same.
Yes, yes. So, yeah, it's our responsibility to,
Yeah,
keep on track and do
that
not get derailed.
yes, this is where the trustworthiness is important. The
Yeah.
trust level must be very high, and your relationship must be very good. And like as parents, we cannot talk to our children like parents.
Mm.
If you talk to them like parents, they wouldn't want to listen to you.
Yeah.
You talk to them like friends, they will listen to you
Yeah.
because they know friends are there to listen. Parents are not there to listen. Parents are there to answer, to reply.
Yeah. Awesome.
Okay.
Great. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Nahan. It was very insightful. And the
Thank you.
three S's. S. In fact, I also like your prevention, planning, and preparation.
Yeah, actually, it's a tool. Actually, you have to consciously work on it.
Yes.
You
Mm.
cannot learn overnight.
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
work at a small level every day. Then later, sooner or later, it will increase.
Yes. Definitely. Awesome.
Okay,
Thank
doctor. So thank you very, very much.
Yeah. Thank you, Nahan.
Thank you once again. Yeah.
Yes. And I don't think we have more questions, so we can wrap it up for
Okay.
the day.